believe about death?
What should we believe about death? Wow. We should believe that death is a part of life, and that something that we all gotta face one day, something we all gotta deal with one day.
What do you think society's main beliefs regarding death are?
Main beliefs? I think most of society is probably afraid of death. And I guess it depends on, also your, the culture you come from, the background you come from, and the things you've been taught about death growing up.
How does your society educate its members about death?
How?
Mm-hmm.
Well, you probably get some training, of course, from your parents, and you may learn some in school, and I think a lot of times you learn in church too. So probably mostly from home and church are two of the ways that death is taught in our society today.
How do these beliefs influence the way you live?
Now, well, let me use the example of learning about death in church. Learning about death in church may cause you to try to walk a righteous path. And I say that because of what you were taught about death and the afterlife in church. You know what the wages of sin is death, and then the gift of God is eternal life. So I think if you learn about it in church, it may cause you to try to do things. You may think more about what you're doing, how you're doing it. It may help you to rationalize in your decision making a little more, because it's because of what you have to go through when you die, what happens after you die. I think learning at church can affect that in that way of making you want to walk or live righteously. In the other way, everything always depends on what you're taught and how you're taught about it. So some people are taught to fear death. Some people are taught to accept it because it's something you can't get around. And then you got some people who are taught that not to worry about death because they believe in the reincarnation and everything like that. So
When people die, what do you think happens? Like a spiritual afterlife, or?
yeah. Well, my belief is that we're going to the spirit realm because I'm a Christian. I believe that we go into the spirit realm.
Daddy.
Hold on, dude. We're doing something. I believe we're going to the spirit realm, and then we wait to be judged by our supreme being and ruler, that being God Almighty.
And what will you teach your kids about death when the time comes?
Probably just the same thing I said. That you have to be prepared for death because you go into eternity.
What's that you just put on the floor?
And I believe that it's two sides to that. You have the God side, which is heaven, and you have the side for living or doing evil, which is what we call hell. So I believe after death, you end up in one of those places. But definitely in eternity.